forgot the stinking trade depot. I have to put it in the little U shape there. But anyway, you want to think about safety and security. Those are your two big issues. What's this over here? Is this a cat corpse? Man, I got stuff all over the place. What is this? Capybara? It's a hen skeleton. Yeah, my stuff is thrown to the winds, man. Well, anyway, there's all that going on right there. Who knows? Wonder why those skeletons ain't getting picked up. I don't know. Anyway, you don't want dead things on the inside because there's no wind to carry away the rotten smell, and you get this stuff called miasma, which is like poisonous, rotten cloud that's bad for your dwarves. Makes them upset. Makes them sad. And you don't want sad dwarves because they don't dig straight. They're all crooked and stuff. Alright, we'll talk about some basics real fast. Z. This is where all your meat and potatoes is going to be at, literally. Your meat, your fish, your plants. These are your stocks, your food stores. And the question marks here is because we don't have somebody actually counting them. So these are all guesstimations. We have about 60 drinks, about 100 seeds, about a 300 food store. So that's how we go. Others would be like prepared foods and whatnot. This is our population. This is our military. So right now we have 2 miners, 1 woodworker, 1 stone worker. We don't have any rangers or metalsmiths. We should have 1 jeweler, but he's not technically jeweling, I guess. Who cares? Anyways, first menu here is animals. This is our animals right here. We have a stray water buffalo and a 1-humped camel. Oh, I don't want that to be available. Okay, basically what you can do if you hit enter, somebody can adopt this water buffalo then, and they're like, oh, he's my friend, and it'll follow him around. It's kind of weird, so I just leave them unavailable, and I make as many things unavailable as I can, because people tend to get pets, and then these pets die, and then they get all depressed. They're like, oh, my cat died, or my capybara died, or my rooster died, or whatever, and they're all sad and stuff, and I'm like, I don't like sad dwarves. It's a bummer, you know. Who wants to play a game with sad dwarves? You got your kitchen, which has all your stuff in it, you know. Goes down through here. Anything that you have on you, you can toggle the cook or don't cook or brew or don't brew options. Like right now, I'm not having it cooked. The plump helmet spawns, which is the little mushroom seeds, basically. I plant the spawns and they make mushrooms. So let's go down here to plump helmets. I can cook and brew them. Longland grass, dwarven wine and rum. It's all good. So it's all good. I got cow meat. That's pretty sweet. And next we come over to stone. Like I talked to you earlier, economic or metal stone. The reds here would be metal stones. These are things that you use to actually make metal. Then you come down here to the green, which is economic. So if I wanted to say not use marble as a economic stone, I would come down here and I would just toggle it, just like that, because you can actually use marble to make steel bars and make pig iron bars. So it's technically both an economic and a metal stone, as is galena. You can use it in ore and lead, but I think you can also make doors out of it or some crap. Who knows? Either or. Anyway, so I like to turn off marble. That's how I do. Okay. Next, come over here to stocks. These are literally my stocks. These are my stocks. I have 60 drinks. I have 100 seeds. And as your, I don't know, the broker, like what's a record keeper, as he gets better, these will become more specific numbers. It will be 30 question mark, like 27, or you know, higher numbers or more accurate numbers, I should say. There you go. I'm not 100% sure what the red numbers are yet. I think that's, I want to say how many's actually claimed versus how many's on the board. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let these guys finish what they doing so we can get our groove on. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a couple of shops. Not shops, units. I'm gonna remove some designations first so these guys aren't mining all day. half out right there, which puts me right here on, yeah, that'll be that right there. So mine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's basically, that's an 8 by 8 area, just like that. And I want them to dig that out. And dwarves tend to dig, I guess I've seen them dig all over the place, but I've heard a lot of people say that they tend to dig from the upper left down to the bottom right, in that direction. So, and I think they tend to dig on higher levels before they dig on lower levels. But once again, I haven't really noticed it. I don't look for stuff like that. So I'm going to pause this until it's all dug out, and then I'll come right back. Alright, while I dig that out, I'll talk about something I forgot. Very important. First thing you do when you get in is you want to create a zone. You hit the I button, pick a zone out like this, and then we're going to this to be a pen pasture. So we hit the N button, which gives us a new option, set pen and pasture, shift N, and we want to assign by hitting the plus or minus keys to select and the enter button to actually toggle those animals to that pen and pasture. If you don't do that, they'll stand there and starve to death. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, back to digging. Alright, I'm back again, just to illustrate. Dwarves don't dig in straight lines. This is not dug, this is not dug, this is not dug, this is not dug. It's just randomly digging wherever they choose to dig. So I had to remove the rest of this template. I should have just cut it off, but you see how they just drive me nuts. They don't dig in straight lines. They're crazy. This guy right here is a drunk. Look at him. You're a drunk. Okay, so now that we got this room right here cleared out, let's go with B for build, W for workshops, C for carpentry. I like to carpentry eyes. See how that red thing means can't place, can't place, can't place. Boo, yaka, sha. Green means can't place. Okay, now we've got a lot of rock salt, so let's make it out of rock salt. So use your plus or minus to select. Go down here to rock salt and hit bagoosh. Hit your enter button, and doom, it's done. Okay, so we still got the workshops open, so let's go ahead and do M for mason, and we'll come right over here, and we'll hit it, and we'll do it also out of rock salt. And since we already got that open, let's go ahead and see what else we got here. Okay, I like to do my things in sections that make sense. So right now I'm just going to stick with a carpenter and a mason. Now here's the big important thing. Masons use stone, carpenters use wood. You do not want a stone stockpile. You don't want it. You don't want it. Guess what? You don't want a stone stockpile. It'll be bigger than Jesus, and you'll never fill it. It'll always be full, and you'll always have thousands of things of stone sitting around. So if you look around, you'll see these things. These are stones. When you dig out, it's left behind. These are regular economic stones. These little asterisk looking things right here, not these, ignore these, but these right here, these are like metal stones. This right here is actually, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a K, not a clothier. Dork. This is lignite, which is, I think, an economic stone. So, economic stone, schists, rock salt, schist. So, there's that. I always hit escape one too many times. Yeah, so we got the carpenter. They're both getting built right now. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so now we got these workshops. Let's assign some tasks to them. I want this carpentry shop to make 7 beds. So you hit A for add task, go down to bed, which is right there. You can also select it by hitting the B button. So A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. 7 beds. Now he'll make 7 beds. Now we come over here to the hit Q to do this, to get to this screen, to get to the selector. So hit Q, and then you go over here to Mason, and you say add throne, which is a chair. So we'll go 2 chairs and 2 tables. Add T for table, add T for table. So you got 2 chairs, 2 tables right there. But you also want him making doors, so I got 4 doors. Boom, 4 doors. We're a sedan. So anyways, we'll let that stuff build, and I'll start making some stockpiles as soon as this rest of this clears out. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we cleared out the area here, and it took for freaking ever, but it's done. So let's walk through a quick stockpile. First thing you want to do is you want to clear the area, because anything that occupies a square occupies the square that a stockpile could be on. So everywhere in this that you see rocks and stone or whatever takes up a space for stockpile. So what you do is you want to go to designations, set items, and build property, kind of like we did the reclaim. We're going to do a dump. Now, actually, before we do a dump, let's do this. To your regions, go to I, and go over here in the corner, right by your mason, right here in front of him. See this right here? Right there. And you want to go tap, tap, 1 square, and then you make it a garbage dump. Okay? That's what you want to do right there. Now that that's set that way, you can go back into your designations. So D, B, and then D again for dump item, and then you come over here and you say boo yakasha, dump all this right here. People are like, what are you doing? You're dumping all that stuff and it's gonna get thrown away. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't like it. It's stupid and I hate its face. Now actually I have a plan. If you just bear with me, I will show you my plan and you will say, oh my god, you're so smart. And I say, I know, right? See, I got some people sleeping out here. They're all like, what's up, man? Now people are just going to start throwing that stuff away. This guy's taking a nap right here. This guy's taking a nap on the garbage dump. He's like, oh, wow, stone? Yes, please. Now, sleeping on the ground kind of makes... This guy was sleeping on a yak skeleton, so I'm not entirely sure that he might be... I'm not entirely sure he's mentally stable. They don't have any beds right now because I don't like them enough to give them beds, so everybody's just sleeping wherever they're at. They're tired, but it's understandable. They've been doing a lot of work lately, and hopefully by the end of this episode we'll have a nice little bedroom set up, or at least a barracks for them to do stuff in. And they're just like, look at them throwing stuff away. They're like, I love stuff and I love throwing it away. It's awesome. Yeah, but they're doing a great job. And I see my idlers are currently, well, fluctuating all around the place. I don't know why. Well, maybe because some of them are sleeping, falling asleep on the job. But anyways, and the people who are doing this are the people who have the refuse hauling right here. Refuse hauling. If they have that enabled, they will do that. One thing I like to do is take it. Let me read first. As I like to take refuse hauling off my miners. That keeps them from doing stupid stuff like hauling refuse when I need them to mine. Mine! Do what I say! But see, this is almost empty. So I can go ahead and put a stockpile in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stockpile in here by hitting P, which takes me to stockpile. And then I'm going to do custom stockpile because I am a very special man. And then you come over here and you do this right here. You put it in this corner to this corner, just like that, right? Then you go back, you exit out and you go to Q for set building and task preferences. Come over here, over your stockpile, and you go to S for settings. You can do this in your stockpile menu too, but I find this easier. I'm going to enable furniture. I'm going to enable finished goods. I'm going to enable leather, cloth, and that'll be good. That'll be my non-food items right there. And then when I turn this off, you'll notice people start dragging all that stuff over there. Then I'm going to come down here, DBD again, to dump this crap all over here. See, those are gems. Don't worry, I'm going to reclaim all this later. Yeah, but people start bringing that stuff in from the thing. Which reminds me, I need to make a wood stockpile. W. Right here. just like that. Now I'll be carrying all that stuff in, so I'll have no idlers for a while. And I think that's pretty much the basics. We covered a little bit about stockpiles. We covered a little bit about digging, priorities of digging. Dwarf Therapist is something you really need. Learn it, love it. Before you use it, read them. When you get done, commit to changes. That's all you got to do. You come in here, I can take this guy and I can say, you know what, I don't like you cutting wood. I'm going to have this guy cut wood, and that helps because that does the carpentry a lot better. You can have guys who are just, who just feed patients and recover wounded. That's all they do, and they got a couple of skills each here, suture or bone setter or whatever. And is it bone setter or what's it called? Setting bones, yeah. So I mean, there's like all kinds of things you can do with this. You can make it really, 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 really particular. You can have squads of people that are just, tailored out to a T. There's 3 tabs across the top: standard labors, military labors, and social labors. And remember, I picked up a guy who had appraising, which is important because you need a broker when that caravan guy comes. You don't want any local yokel standing around making deals for you with the caravan. Would not go over well. Okay, and right here, for last of all, we're going to do a food stockpile right here up in this corner. Or up in the centerpiece right here. Remember, all the stuff I'm doing right now, it's all temporary. I'm going to dig down and change it all up, and this is going to be like a staging area, or I'll just wall it off or whatever. But as it stands right now, this is just an area for me to get a foothold in. Alright, I think you guys understand that. Okay. When I come back next time, I'll have this cleaned up pretty good and ready for minor operations whilst I begin digation on my real base. Okay? Alright, sounds like an awesome plan, everyone. I'm super excited. Glad you could come. Oh, and by the way, Dwarf Fortress